It's a simple equation, it's very clear. You're the problem, I always give and you take. You're the reason, we're divided. Try to find it.
Bruh.
It's very clear you're the problem, I always give and you take. You're the reason we're divided, and I can't fight it no more.
Bruh.
It's very clear you're the problem, I always give and you take. You're the reason we're divided, and I can't fight it.
Hey, Dreadheads, what's up? Happy Tuesday. Thanks for being here. I don't know, man. There's things to talk about, I guess, right? The unveiling of the new iPhone 12 and the selling of the news, right? And I don't know, it's Bitcoin Live, so we'll talk about Bitcoin. Stock market was kind of flat today. And, you know, we had some big gainers like Waters Corporation, eBay, Etsy, BlackRock, Domino's Pizza, Chipotle, what? Walt Disney, PayPal. And then cruise line companies got wrecked. Very volatile. That's not anything new. So just looking at Bitcoin in the 60-minute, man. A sneaky divergence, right? Just kind of joking, but I call it sneaky because it could be hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour, and then on the 60 minutes, just really sneaky. I don't know. I mean, it's like deep retrace from your minor low to high, and it started rallying, right? You're showing positive momentum now, and increasing the value from 10,000 or 11,300. I mean, $150 move up on the 60-minute. That's kind of what the divergence can do, I guess. You know, so who cares about the 60-minute anyway? I don't really, but. And here's just an idea, right? Or it's like where hidden bullish divergence in the 4-hour could be a real possibility. I mean, look, I mean, you have a low on price, you have another low, and now you're making another low, and they're all higher lows, and then just negative momentum builds. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's hidden bullish divergence stuff right there. Really, could you? You can't really say it's on the RSI, but there's no indication that it's over. The run's over for Bitcoin, right? The buyers or the sellers were, the buyers were never really exhausted. You just had a really nice move up, and then today it sold off with the stock market, right? Don't we make jokes about Bitcoin being a tech stock now, pretty much, because of how much it moves with equities, right? Equities, futures, S&P, top left. 3505, you know, they're all flat, 0.04% up on everything, really. Nasdaq, top right, Dow Jones, bottom left, and Bitcoin, bottom right, 11,505, whatever, man. One sec. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in. You know, it's kind of a slow day. I mean, the event was really cool. I don't know, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to, you know, the iPhone 12, just because I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for like 3 years for a new processor to come out in the iPhones, and they finally are, right? So it'll be the fastest smartphone on the planet when it comes out. So that'll be good. But yeah, I guess we can just go to the chart. Remember, Bitcoin could be showing some continuation of hidden bullish divergence, which means impending price action continuation in the upside. All right. Here's Apple, man. Apple that was showing some. I guess it was showing that the momentum was shifting on the price action, and there was a neckline, and you broke the neckline on Friday, and then Monday pre-market 4.4 million volume came in, and you just had a huge gap, a pretty large gap up, and then tons of all the price action all day, and then today engulfed on the 4-hour, and then, you know, some follow-through price action on the latter part of the day.
Square bears deep crab with 4H bears div into PCZ. Can I get an opinion?
We can't really call it a deep crab, right? Because what we know about the deep crab is the B has to be an 886, and we know that it was about a 68 to 70% retrace on Square's B. But it doesn't have to be a conventional harmonic per se for a reversal, but yes, you're about to be at the PCZ. Spencer, thanks to 420. We'll look at it after Apple. Yeah, Square. It's been running. I mean, you just think, when's it going to stop? Well, it's soon approaching the gold mean ratio, which could be an area where a reversal happens. This market's nuts, you know how that is, right? Money printer go burr. Stimulus checks. We're not going to do it. We're going to do it. We're not going to do it. Volatility. It's October. Election coming up, right? I mean, so, you know, where Apple was up like, I think 6% yesterday, ended up being the top gainer on the S&P, is now down 2.65%. And there is, I mean, the gap's at 117, and that would pretty much be a back test of the breakout of the structure of consolidation. So that could always happen, man. Another day comes down to 116.25, then bounces off that, or not. But gotta wonder, is that divergence of some sort? Kind of, could be considered, but you know, the separation we like seeing on the histogram islands, and you know, what about the gap to the upside? You know, there's a gap to the downside, but what about 131.32 still there? And that's pretty much the target and the size, you know, the measured move of the inverse head and shoulders, descending broadening wedge, whatever you want to call it. Pretty much the same measured moves. Okay. Yep, square, dude, square. There it is. There it is, beautiful. XABCD, maybe not, again, conventional, and you haven't seen negative momentum on the 4 hour in 1 month. Literally an entire month of no negative momo. You're not really showing any bearish divergence on the time scale where you actually take an entry on a position. The daily, though, daily is not really showing bearish divergence. I mean, all you got going for you on Square is the fact that it's a 1618 from this high to this low. That's it. Heck, I mean, you just closed as a bullish harami, so it's not a bearish reversal candle that closed today, and you're just now barely getting out of overbought territory at 70.91. So I guess if it starts reversing at that area, you could maybe argue from this high to this high on the RSI. But we don't have any idea. There's no pivot, there's no, right? It's just like it could just keep going higher, right? And blow past the 1618, which we've seen with crazy runners like Apple. Good luck, dude. Looking at Apple, this was back in the G guy, when the G guy's like legacy was cemented in time, you know, way back here. Right, you're thinking, I think it was back here. It was like high to low. Yeah, 1618, and it just kept going, man. Just kept going. I can't even remember where the G guy was. I think the G guy got wrecked in October of 2019, maybe. Yeah, it had to have been. And so, anyway, like, you know, before, you know, it went up and it was in no man's land. This was all-time highs. It was in the middle of nowhere. And then it was just COVID happened, right? And then all their facilities shut down and gaps down, and then it just keeps selling off and goes to $52, which it was much higher. There was a split that happened, so price is not the same as it was. So, you know, I mean, it could do something like that. I mean, that's Square. So this guy, that was the guy. He was he had a bunch of options, and he played earnings, and he had a bunch of puts and got devastated. So unfortunately, man, on the daily for Apple, this is not a good candle. This is certainly a dark cloud cover Japanese candlestick reversal, bearish reversal. So just be advised, let it be noted that there's a bearish reversal pattern on some volume, you know, and more volume than yesterday, and so maybe that's what could get you to fill the gap at least before it bounces and runs again, right? 116.95 on the daily for Apple. Okay, cool. There, that's it, man. All right. All right, so I don't know, man. We want to go. Let's go to the S&P. You know, we'll go to the S coins. But dude, I did 2 streams yesterday, and the second stream was like all S coins, man. We just went through all of them, pretty much. Oh man, S&P, is that a 4-hour, 3 black crows, man? Could be. That's how you could get down to the gap fill at 34.77 or 34.48. Right, I mean, this is the type of stuff, just like last time. You run up and we could just get a huge down day like we saw September 3rd. So just be advised, gaps fill. If they're not breakaway gaps, they're probably everyday gaps that normally fill in time. So there's a lot. There's like 3 of them, right? 3 different gaps. And then this 4th gap down here didn't even fill, man. September 25th, 3,300, never filled. Crazy. So you think that, I know we had this same talk last time, right? Same discussion. And it's like, you can come down and back test it. But, I mean, that can happen again, where you come down to back test the validity of the previous all-time high from February. Oh, man. So we're starting to get into maybe double top territory. 88% retrace before the reversal started, but it's not very bad right now. So what does that mean? That could be like a shark pattern. I mean, definitely a shark pattern. I mean, this is the pattern completion zone of a bear shark. Too deep though, right? You know, 187% retrace, 886 though. Okay, so like, what could happen? You get a reversal to fill the gaps. I think we've already talked about this. I don't know. Low to high from the reversal. A 50% retrace, right? Bullish 5.0 is at 33.78, which is literally the previous all-time highs. So it goes down, fills all the gaps, and then catches some bids here, and then it goes on to higher prices. Very real possibility. Okay, XABCD, deep retrace. More money printer just goes burr like crazy, okay? And it's also 1618 from B to C. 1618 with an 886 confluence area right here. So, who knows, man? It's October. Things are crazy. What, it's now like a 4 or 5 day win streak or something? Okay, Dow Jones, very similar high to low, 78886 up here. Not showing exhaustion or anything on the 4 hour. Or the, wow, it's showing hidden bearish divergence on the daily if it doesn't keep going, right? From this high to the lower high with much higher levels of positive momentum, Dow Jones. You see that? Well, that's something to think about, man. Wait, was the S&P showing that on the daily? Oh no, right? Oh no. And today, for the second time at the 886, right? You can see it one time, 2 times. 2 different days, testing the 886 twice, or back to back. And you do have a high to the highest high with higher, or the high to the lower high with higher levels of positive momentum. That again is hidden bearish divergence. If this starts waning on negative momentum, we really start reversing to fill those gaps. So pending price action continuation, the downside is implied, but hey, you don't know because it built its highest level of positive momentum today of this run. So okay, man, always could come and back test. Oh, I already talked about S&P. I thought we were on the Dow Jones. Okay, let's go to the IXIC, the Nasdaq composite. Okay, same thing, right? This is where my idea was coming from. So we didn't really do it on the S&P, but it's the same thing. Like bear shark, or this is actually valid here, 1414. Hidden bearish divergence is there if it reverses at this area. It hasn't yet. It's just built its highest level today. I mean, Nasdaq actually did okay. Oddly enough, right? So it could be the bullish 5.0, where we look for a 50% retrace, 11,200, and then we run to higher prices. And when you do that, you fill gaps. You back test. I don't know, this high from September 16th. Okay, that's kind of the idea. And if it fails, all right, just moon time, right? Okay, cool. Money printer go burr. That's it. I mean, it's like almost hidden bearish divergence on the 4 hour and the daily. There's a gap fill though at 12,046. You'd figure we're so high we could fill that gap before dumping or breaking out to all-time highs. So just an idea. This is how it normally starts, man. Okay. Alright, I guess we can shift gears to your favorite asset class, S coins, and we're just looking at Ethereum right now. That hit $389, a high from ancient history, I think 2017, for real. And recently, September 12th, September 18th, and now October 12th, just yesterday. Couldn't break it. Not yet. Not yet, man. Not really seeing anything going on. The oscillators, there's just not enough price action, you know, to really see. I mean, there was definitely 4-hour bearish divergence, right? Right here. I mean, this is what you look for in bear trends. Right there. That was beautiful. Beautiful on the 4-hour Ethereum. High to the higher high, lower levels. And it sold off. But dang, man, that's pathetic. In a bear trend, that'd take you much further than where you've gone, right? So, with Bitcoin showing the hidden bullish divergence, you're just using critical thinking, if it actually played out, right, on the 60-minute and 4-hour, then Ethereum's going to catch bids with Bitcoin. It's not going to dump on this when Bitcoin goes up. It just doesn't work that way. In this market, it's crazy, right? So, cool on the bearish divergence playing out a little bit, you know. 394 to 374. Now you're 381, so barely moved. And it's already back tested 366. I already did that yesterday. Wow, this music's loud. Sorry. Isn't it? Got something going on this evening, so, you know. It's my mom's birthday. So taking my mom and dad out to eat tonight or this evening. It's gonna be fun. I'll have in the chat for my mom, I guess, right? Can we look at Ethereum, man? Literally looking at Ethereum. So, I mean, you tell me, in a way, right? In a way, at this point, all that's going on in Ethereum is a sell wall at $389 and now clear levels of accumulation, at least from September 24th to October 7th. So what is that, man? What does that really mean? And technically, if you talk about the wicks, it's one low, a higher low, 3 consecutive, or just consecutive higher lows now. I mean, just paying like that, it's barely anything, but you get like the idea here. Accumulation, sell wall, after a big correction, man, right? 488 to 309. That's nuts. So just outside the box thinking here on Ethereum. Is this really it, dude? Is this what's going on? Is there an ascending triangle happening on Ethereum, kind of? Right? Could be 3 touches on the top and really 3 on the bottom. If you say 2, that's fine, and then that just means if you anchored 1 and 2 here, I'm just using where traders set it up, and it kind of lines up well with this 3rd touch. 2 touches is fine. 2 reaction lows. There's actually 3 reaction lows. Okay, so I mean, think about what could happen, Larry. Remember, there is more support below you than there is resistance above you on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Undeniable fact. Just think about if it broke out, you know. Well, it could come up to 474. That's pretty much a square up, isn't it? Right there. Yeah. So, alright, could be in the car. If the market conditions, Bitcoin broke out, man. The Bitcoin and Ethereum and a lot of other assets have been in a correction for 2 months, man. 2 months. And before that, it was bullish. Right? Before that, it was higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. 2-month correction, and now momentum has been shifting. We're making higher lows. And we're breaking down sloping structure supply lines, right? And again, more support below us than resistance above us. And the most recent thing we've done is we back tested those supports below us and just been making higher lows and holding them, right? So we will see. We will see on Ethereum. It's just, it's not, it doesn't, right? It's not always about, let's call it an ascending triangle. Just think about the psychology of the ascending triangle, where there's somebody out there that is suppressing this price, keeping it fixed, keeping it below 389, 390. And at the same time, every time it's being suppressed and held, it's dumping. But when it dumps, it's making higher lows. So that means more market participants own this asset than the previous time. And then you run up again and you test that sell wall. And then not enough bids, a little divergence, you sell off. But man, there is just not much selling going on Ethereum yet. right? And there's a lot of downside, right? Hey, come down to 366 again, come down to 350. It's still fine in this structure. So just something to think about, man. That's why you watch the stream, just to maybe another perspective or something. Just kind of the way my brain's working with Ethereum right now at this point, okay? Mobius, is it, man? Didn't even check. That's terrible, dude. That's like depressing. Okay, just gonna cut stream back to 3 times a week or something at this point. Jesus. Okay. Whatever, man. Let's go to Bitcoin Cash. It's actually done. Well, okay. Accumulation. Certain sell wall. September 4th at 238. September 15th and 17th, and then you're crapping around in this area, kind of maybe flagging. A patron, I think, brought that up. Now you've broken it. You had hidden bullish divergence identified and talked about on stream literally yesterday, and now this thing's up 6%, and it's broken a pretty serious resistance IMO, and eventually could find its way all the way up to 278, depending on Bitcoin. Bitcoin really wants to go. I think it's going to happen for Bitcoin Cash, where we'll see that area in time. But that's not new. That's what I cover in the stream that no one watches anymore. Cool. Great. Yeah, some altcoins, man, down bigger. I don't know, 4% drop is kind of just normal, I guess. But, let's go to Dash. Down less than 1%. No big deal. No big deal. Actually looks really fine. All it's doing is back testing this old resistance right here, October 1st, as support, pretty much, and it's not falling below it really, and it's fine. Eventual target $78 and $80, but that's been the exact same analysis since September 21st, or even before then, because we had not gotten to that level. I identified this before we got to $64 congestion area and the 786. So same analysis, see at 78.80 and then 87 to 88 after that, if it, the market wills it. So support resistance. All right, cool. Zcash down 4.3%. What did it? Oh my God, man! It's just like TA. It's so nice, isn't it? Right? I mean, just think about, there was divergence on the daily here. There was divergence on the 4-hour here on the second bottom at a congestion area. We knew if it fell below this, it could very well go to $25 in time, get cut in half. And it didn't. It held. Sellers were exhausted. It ran up. And what did it do? It hit the supply line of the descending broadening wedge, not once, twice, and then broke it on October 9th. I think patrons were pinged at everyone. Hey, Zcash breaking out or whatever. And where did it go? $74 to $76, a major potential reversal area. You look left. Oh, wow. There it is. February of this year. Not easy. Can't break that immediately. There's going to be sellers. There were sellers there. And in the end, there happened to be at that congestion area from your previous high to the next high. Well, you get it, man. Definitely looked like some form of bearish divergence, right? Cool. Cool. So, not too bad for a sell-off. I mean, think about it coming down to back test $67. You could regard that as support for the first time, and that wouldn't be weird at all. Right, a local high, and this, this high too, October 1st. So these two areas, instead of being resistance, let's make it support, and then bounce off that. And then when you do that, when you're at that area, it could show hidden bullish divergence. Not even a joke, dude. Look at this, man. I mean, it's already setting up for that, where the previous low you had, it's got higher levels of negative momentum. So hidden bullish divergence at any time could start maturing because of where we are on the histogram. Interesting, right? So, of course, keep selling off. You think a strategic level where it could reverse because of this divergence would be around $67. Okay, cool. You break $76, man. Could have a really good time. That's huge. But if not, man, then, and this could be the top. It could be it, man. High to low. If the market starts rolling over, it made a 38 to 50% retrace, and then it made a lower high than its previous high, September second and then just dump again to lower prices. That's a very real possibility too. So it just all depends on what Bitcoin's going to do if this rally will continue. Okay. Link up 3% or down 3%, excuse me. All it's done after its breakout of the high from August 16th and the high of August 30th, it's just back testing it. That's all it's done, right? Look how perfect it is. It went down on the last 4-hour candle, tested it perfectly, bounced, and is just sitting sideways now. A little bit kind of bearish divergence there too. You're seeing that across the market, and so that divergence playing out something a little bit, right? Not by much. Look where it is. Look where the price is. It's trying to hold above this September 25th and 27th high. Man, if you could regard that as support, it could be blast off time, right? Yep. Targets are still the same if it's going to play out, right? This is how you would size it up. This was talked about. I mean, we were targeting this in October 7th, right? If the triple MACD divergence was to play, that's why we started targeting, because it's like, if this plays out, man, we don't know if it will. If it does, this is where one could size it up. Each one of these levels. Cool. Cool. Just go to skip to ZRX or something. I don't know. Great. I mean, come on, dude. Like, what do you want? What do you even want from this stream, right? Isn't this? It's like some play out, some don't. Okay, some trades fail, some don't. Right? You have 3-to-1 reward to risk. Only 33% have to succeed. Okay, and ZRX, man, this has been identified every day. We've been looking at it. Congestion area, double bottom. All the RSI divergence continued on. I mean, you broke the downsloping resistance, and you're very well above this major ice line from history. If you look left, it's extremely important, dude. I mean, remember December 2018, April 2019. You're above it now, and you back tested it and held it, and you're going again. Where's the audio? That was really weird.
Almost there on PSTG for the inverse head and shoulders, smiley face, stay on target.
TSLA, thanks for the 1313 super chat. Appreciate it, man. We'll look at it. So this is still the target. Nothing's changed. It's the same effing analysis. Well, it's like, why do I even go live every day, you know? Okay. There's even MACD divergence down here locally. God, so good, man. And it's like, the thing is though, what's tough about it is like, this looks great, and then you go to BAT, and it's like almost the exact same thing, but it's not. See, isn't it stupid? What's up, Earl? Dang, how did he do that?
Earl Hearts tipped $25. Thank you for the knowledge. 59.825357820ZRX.
Earl Hearts, thanks for the $25 on the dot. I don't know how you did that. People have tried tipping crypto.
Thanks. Period. Heart. Respect the TA.
What's up here? Thanks for 1352 super chat. I don't know how you. People have been trying, like, and it'll be like 24.92 or 25.03 or something. Always, it's never 25 on the dot with crypto because of the fees and the weirdness, you know, of its divisibility. So thank you for actually hitting the 25. That's not easy. Earl, thanks, dude. So just wanted to go to BAT just to show you, right, how like, oh, they can all this market situation, the situation in the market on ZRX, though it looks identical in ways, completely unique situation for BAT. And this is why you can't get discouraged if one trade fails, because you just don't know, and that's the point. You're not supposed to know. But in the end, you can actually look at BAT in a way, and of course this could fail, but now it's looking like this second bottom is turning into this kind of mini inverse head and shoulder, potential inverse head and shoulders, right? Look at BAT now. How cute is that, right? One bottom, two bottoms, and it's just inverse. It just looks like it, man. And so it may not be done. It was doing the same thing, kind of on the RSI, MACD, ZRX, just failed to launch. Maybe there's too much supply. I don't know. But that's why position sizing is so important, because it doesn't matter how good it looks, it can still fail. Okay, so BAT still not dead, still in it. Okay, target on BAT eventually. I mean, I would think that the first target would be 24.7 cents, this peak from October 1st, and then your second target would be 27.5 cents, just this peak. It's a historical peak, ice line looking left from history. Okay, that's it on BAT. Pure storage. Oh yeah, it's a new relic. That's right, lying new relic. But was this the one where I'm like, I don't know about it because it's not making a higher high yet? Oh, okay. I think I looked at this and never even, I don't even remember it. So it broke out, you know, of a little downtrend here. You know, the momentum shifting stuff. But your problem is, dude, you just got all these highs, man. You got to break so many. July 24th, you're at it. You hadn't broken it. Right after that's 1950. Right after that's 2049. There's just so much resistance above you. Right, look at this high back from, this is IPO, October 2015. Right, that's not going to be easy. If you break 1836, you're going to probably go to your IPO price. Or at least that high right there. And if you break that, 23.31, so it's incremental, you know, like it could reverse at any one of these levels. You get that, including the one you're at, you closed at today, pretty much. So not easy. This one's not easy because it's been in a downtrend, and you know, I guess, I mean, in a way, it's like it's not a partial decline really, but dang, this low and then, you know, testing the high point. The supply line, then dumping, making a higher low, and then running up to test it again. I think it was a high chance of a breakout, and it's going. But now we have to look at it one resistance at a time. Okay, good news on the daily. There's no bearish divergence really or anything, so it could just keep climbing. Okay, 2049 is next target if you can break 1836. Cool. What? JP Morgan's total market revenue was up 30%. I don't even know what that means. What do you mean? Okay. Was there another request? No. I don't think so. Oh man, we gotta look at Walmart, dude. Because Walmart, man, come on. That was definitely trade setup. Oh my god, not this song. How do I know this song so well? It's just so bad. Walmart, man, was so good looking. Right? I mean, it was hitting bullish divergence on the 4-hour and daily at the same time. And then a demand line was getting hit. Right? And, you know, the one thing that was kind of weird is like, hey, you know, there was no back test of all-time highs. That was like the demand line there. So that was like, okay, it's time, right? This would be it. If it was going to reverse and it was literally skating along this, literally just skating along the demand line, and it's like, wow, you just keep losing negative Momo. This could be it, right? And then that was literally it, right? That was my thought process on it. Could have failed, of course, right? But, there you have it, man. We're almost there. We're so close now. So close to the first target, 147.75. Okay. And again on Nvidia today hit the first target again. just like it did the first time and only time yesterday. It hit again before selling off some, but then it, you know, kind of climbed and closed decently. So, all right, man. Stonk's doing things. And then we can check on a New Relic, which is another trade setup on stocks. Sorry, man. I mean, just like crypto, they're showing like trades, like they're having trades. Like, what about Litecoin? What about Maker? Those not good enough, you know? Like, and look at the ones now that every day I've been covering that, you know, ICX went sour. Like the timing was just bad on that, and it ended up making a lower low, and it's still not doing much. So, but a lot of these assets, I mean, assets are like showing things that have been showing things. Some are playing out far greater than others, you know? So, New Relic, man. New Relic. Probably going to back test this high, 63.46, right? Hasn't yet, actually, weirdly. Why would it not? I mean, it could fall through it too, fill a gap, I mean, and then go higher, or not, right? Eventual target's like 74 bucks, man. So this is just another one, right? Just another trade setup. Or Walmart was kind of like, you had to use a little creativity. You know, you just had to combine variables, demand lines with hidden divergence on multiple time scales, a little rounding action, okay? It's not as easy to set that trade up as it would be a double bottom. Double bottoms are kind of easy to set up, right? You're always looking for the same things. You're looking for a congestion area from history, August of 2019, over a year ago, right? And the major inverse head and shoulders idea too. And then on the double bottom, on one bottom, you get a huge spike in negative memo, you dump in RSI relative strength, and then you rally, you create a discernible peak, and then you dump again, and you get near the exact same level. And when you do that, you have much lower levels of negative momentum, much higher levels of relative strength. We're getting that. And what was so incredible about this opportunity was you were back above the congestion, the ice line. You were back above it, man. Big, big deal. And so when that happened, of course, right, beauty. Beautiful, right? First target's hit, and you're working on the second and third, right? Or the gap fills all the way up at, from August 4th, 74 bucks or so. I think it's a little bit lower. So, but that's the resistance, right? You can see June 23rd. Oh, look, I mean, yeah, this is it, right? X marks the spot. Horizontal line marks spot, January 2016. Or January 16th, excuse me, not the year. Okay, so good news, everyone. Good news, right? Here's Nvidia, right? It hits target. Well, I guess I haven't refreshed it since it actually hit the target, right? Yeah, here we go. So Stonk's doing things, man. Remember, and so you had a double bottom. You had the unconventional weird one with just coinciding variables, and then you had Nvidia, which was another. Just here's the thought process behind this one, right? Where a huge uptrend, growth stock, tech. Okay, market driver, extremely bullish conditions, but it had corrected 20%, right? It lost 20% of its value, and it was back at the demand line of the mega uptrend that started in March, right? This demand line where buy orders would potentially be, okay? At the demand line, Nvidia was showing the triple MACD bullish divergence, and it was showing a little bit of RSI divergence. I just didn't picture it. Let me see now though on Nvidia. Was there daily? I think there was daily hidden bullish divergence. Let me confirm that real quick. Yeah, look. So it wasn't just all these variables, right? It was also the fact that this had been losing its negative momentum, right? A high or a low to the higher low at the demand line was waning on negative momentum, right? And that was it. See, there it is, dude. Not easy, man, Earl Hearts.
Bruh.
Dang, man.
Earl Hearts tipped $24.97. They have to set privacy settings to instant sends. No fees offline. 59.75171965 ZRX.
Let's go, Earl Heart's gonna make me a ZRX whale. Never thought I'd see the day. Thank you, dude, for the $50 pretty much of the crypto, man. Much love. All right. Thank you. So that Earl, just showing like what's been going on with stocks. I mean, you know, there's been opportunity where everyone was scared. There it is, right? First target achieved yesterday, first time, hit it again today. So in case it's over now, right? You know, look where this asset's at from its high point to low point. Nvidia is now at an 88% retrace, which would be a potential reversal area. Okay, what? Why could it be a reversal area? Well, think about stocks. Think about the S&P 500. We just had the discussion on it, right? The shark, its own 88% retrace, right? This is a bearish bat pattern, okay, where a reversal can happen, right? Where it can sell off, and eventually you can see a back test of 530, right? You could go fill a gap at 550 easy. And at this 886, you're now showing, when you were showing triple MACD bullish divergence on the 4 hour, what's happening? What the? Bueller? It's act like that didn't just happen. I don't know. Now, triple MACD bullish divergence, now kind of like triple MACD bearish divergence, right? Where you're making higher prices and these mini peaks, and each time you're showing lower levels. Though, of course, hey, that's why one would take profit. It doesn't mean they exit their position, right? We know sell off, right? You're still in the trade on Nvidia because there are definitely more targets. Or we're thinking like from this reversal area, all-time highs, right? The next target swinging for the fences, man. 621 second target, and then 663 the gold mean ratio. It's a growth stock, man. If any asset's going to do it, Nvidia would be one of them. Okay, that would be able to do this. So you get a thought process on why I even chose this 886 to be a target. It was a gap fill from September 2nd, and it was the PCZ of a potential bearish harmonic pattern called the bat. And it just so happens at that level, you're now showing maybe a little bit of buyer exhaustion, and that's okay, a little toppy. But it doesn't mean it's going to dump to zero. It just means it could pull back, make a much higher low than the previous low, and then run again and hit our second and third targets. That's it, man. Okay? Yeah, the bearish pattern. Exactly. Olin hype, of course, but that's so 6 months ago, right? But yeah, of course. I mean, good God, still holding some from that initial position I took 6 months ago. The legendary pat pattern. Can't say that, man. Tom Brady's not the Patriots anymore. Okay. Anyway, thought processes across the board. Switch it up to Litecoin. That's back, unfortunately, below $50, but not by much. And this is it, man, right? What if you start reversing here? All right, then you could be showing really nice hidden bullish divergence, like a low and then a much higher low, and then you're at a congestion area. Look, you're holding it. It's like resistance support, you know? I mean, you're just in the zone. So if it can hold here and rally, man, you got a real good chance of a continuation of the upside.
Bearish harmonic on SPX 500 use 4 hours.
Yeah, Master Armor, you must be coming in a little late. We certainly looked at that. I believe many people could attest, but we'll go back to it for you, okay? Thank you, man. So Litecoin, man, another right trade setup where it's slow going, man. This is like a barbecue, low and slow, right? Low and slow. The entry back here, you get it. Okay, we got to break this. If the trade will certainly fail if this doesn't hold and then dumps. Yeah, eventually it'll break through the major support, like $40. That's it, man. Okay, so. Just patience is still required if you're in on Litecoin. But eventually, you could make it to the promised land of $60. $59.99, whatever. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think you were talking, was that the futures ticker, right? Yes. Futures ticker. Gorgeous, right? I mean, gorgeous. What a breakout, man. Look what happened. When it broke out, man, it was gone. But yeah. Bear shark stuff, just like on spot price, right? That's perfect, too. That's a 1618, like the Jesus. The lowest it can go for a shark. 886. This is the reversal area. Certainly. No help on the oscillators. Really. Nope. None. Not on the 4 hour anyway. So this is where a reversal would occur. Yes. I mean, right around. I mean, it could go climb to 35.56. It hit like a 86% retrace. So it is in the general vicinity of where the reversal will happen. Okay. Where it would happen if it was going to play out. Okay. Yes. So what we'll be looking for, just like we talked about on the S&P 500, that this tracks or whatever, futures. From the lowest point to the highest point, you'd be looking for a 33.78 reversal, right? Where it goes down, hits the 50% retrace, and goes from a bear shark to a bullish 5-0 pattern and continues on to much, much higher prices. That's it. Yeah, Monster Drummer. Does that help? No, my birthday is Saturday. What? Litecoin actually did something with, who is it? Turnio block card? Whatever that means, dude.
Patreon so many home runs. $EV update?
It's bad, man. Real bad. It's not dead. I know it's not dead, but like, it's not a confirmed partial decline. It's thinking, it just depends on Bitcoin probably. We know if the problem is YFI is part of DeFi, decentralized finance, that newer asset class that was in a bubble, and that bubble popped. So there's no telling if the correction could just keep going on that whole class, where the money just keeps getting taken out of it and getting put on the sidelines, or back in the real crypto market, the legacy market, with the big names like Dash and Monero and Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin, right? So there's no change from yesterday. No change. Still right around that same low from October 11th. So does seem, it is very possible that YFI could eventually find its way down to 11,116. It's very, very real possibility, man. It never quite touched those 786, all right? But it was showing similar stuff to some assets that look like, right before they reversed, it's like a descending broadening wedge and or potential inverse head and shoulder stuff. And this price action here, again, it's not over. It's just, it's not in the same trend that all the other cryptos are in. You know what they're in, right? All of them, man. Even Tezos at this point is in it, because it's like, despite how bad it got beaten down and how deep it's retraced, it's still making a higher low than its previous major lows. Like all of them are. Okay, it's just not the same in DeFi. So that's the silver lining on this one, where it's like I probably shouldn't even have posted it, because the macro is so uncertain for this asset class. Or not, is it an asset class? It's just the subsector of the crypto market, okay? That's it. But dang, man, you can't say these aren't lower risk areas down here, 11K, right? If it failed, right, if it goes below the 14,000 and change area, then look for another opportunity, maybe around 10,760 to 11.1, right? And then maybe you get some really nice divergence on the daily with it, and that could be another shot one could take on it, right? But now, not the strongest setup at all. Yeah. Wow, this is loud. Why is it so loud, dude? What's going on? getting trolled. Okay. Hertz Donut. All right, where were we? I don't know. We're just kind of all over the place. Thanks again, Kirk, man. I guess we can check on XRP. I guess we could just be grateful it's up 0.05% today. That's just, what's wrong with it, dude? What's the problem, man? Where are the bids? It looks okay. I mean, it's just it's just more bullish convergence. Triple MACD bullish convergence. You don't say that very often, right? Hit the low, the higher low, and then the higher low again. So you think, man, with all that going on, the waiting game for one on XRP to see 28.551 cents. Just waiting, man. Eventually, it's just gonna be like, boop, straight line up, if it's gonna play out. That's normally what happens at these little sell walls, right? Look at that, man. It's just, you keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it, but every time you hit it and you're getting rejected, you're still making higher lows, man. You can't make any more higher lows now, really. Seems like it's time. It's time, dude. The good news is, really good news, just like Ethereum we looked at on the 4 hour with that bearish divergence playing out and not really going anywhere. Look at this. Pretty nasty bearish divergence, very discernible on XRP, and you went nowhere. You didn't dump. Great. That's good news, man. Above the 200 moving average. All is okay on XRP still, man. Great, dude. Yeah, they don't want to be in the US. XRP, like, the CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, wants to leave the US and leave, be headquartered somewhere where, the government's more crypto friendly. Okay. Because we check up on XTC that was looking interesting despite everyone's emotionalism, hating it because it just kept dumping harder than a lot of other assets. But look, man, it's beautiful. Higher low accumulation, you broke out, it's hanging in there, up 2% today. Showing a little bit of that maybe divergence on the MACD, but not too bad, man. Not too bad at all. Target's still there, nothing's changed, still looks pretty freaking sweet. Just made a higher high than its previous high, local high, September 28th. So the next target really 256, but you come back test 229 before going higher. That could definitely happen. So cool. Also get the just another disappointing asset, right? It makes you lose confidence in it. I don't know. It's not over yet, really, but just not what you're looking. It's okay, man. It's definitely okay, but it's just blah. You had divergence. Now you're showing bullish convergence. Skating along that 200 moving average. All right, momentum shifted, and at this point, you could almost just. The thing is, like, you could call it an ascending triangle / symmetrical triangle. But the thing is, like, if we have the left shoulder, we've got more data. Therefore, we would call it a potential inverse head and shoulders more so than an ascending triangle. Right? So you get it, right? It's like steeper demand line than the sell wall, the supply line. So it's closer psychologically to an ascending triangle, okay, if that makes sense. So it's not, I'm just talking about the thought process of the consolidation structure, all right? Bullish convergence, so not too bad. Hopefully that negative momentum could just keep waning And it'd be off to run and test the neckline at 440, 438. Okay, and then break it, and then it could make a very nice retrace to the upside, high to low. That would be like a 50% retrace, which is just common. It's not even weird. It's not even crazy. But it'd be crazy for the trader, for sure. Down at these levels, there's some value areas for sure. If it fails, man. It's just an opportunity, right? What was the other one that we looked at? Was it Theta or something? I can't even remember. The one that looked just like this and played out. No, it was Atom, and it's not done yet, right? Same freaking thing on Atom to the US dollar. Hold on. There's a US dollar, man. Here it is. Okay, Atom. It's just like OMG. It's very similar. It's almost identical, especially in its retrace from its previous low to high. Okay, it's just one that caught bids, where OMG has just not caught any bids yet. And it's not even done yet. Like, this asset isn't even done running. Like, it's at a 50% rate. It could look like it. I mean, really, of course it could fail, always, right? This freaking thing looks like it's bull flagging, high and tight bull flag. That's pretty gorgeous. I mean, that is spectacular looking on Atom. Are you kidding me? This is the continuation pattern that would get you to the higher prices, right? The 618. It get you could possibly to 724, which is a peak way back. This will be the target right up here. June 2nd, 2019, 718, 720. All right, that's where it could take you, man. Bull pull, bull flag combination. Beautiful, dude. Sorry, this one plays out, but then the next one fails, but the next one fails after that, and the next one after that makes it. It does it, right? You see what I'm talking about, where position sizing is so important, risk management is so important, because you're going to have trades that fail. They can look identical, they can have the same retraces, but one catches bids and the other one doesn't. Happens, Larry. Happens. Yeah, Matthew, it's beautiful, man. I'm pulling for Atom, man. I want to see the bull flag play out. What's up, Jimmy, man? Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Dying streamer, for sure. Been live for an hour. Oh man, did y'all see gold? Dang, dude. Gap down today. Back inside of it. Right, it like gapped up, then it's abandoned baby type crap, right? So, alright. Back to the drawing board on GLD. Beautiful breakout, but it was a gap out, which is kind of weird, you know? It's like, what? So, we'll just see how it goes, man. You just want to, man, it'd be a golden opportunity to see GLD get back down to 174 for a double bottom at a critical ice line support. And then at that point, if you're back down at 174 and you're showing bullish divergence, are you kidding me, man? That'd be time to take a shot. Be a real nice time to take a shot on GLD if we could get that opportunity. We just don't have it yet, all right? So patience. Patience. Okay. I guess we just shift back. I mean, whatever. You could look at SLV. You look at Spot too. Spot's just not showing much, and maybe that's testament to GLD. All right, this is just like descending broadening wedge stuff. No edge though. No real edge on the oscillators is what we're always looking for. We're looking for not just support being hit, but also divergence of some sort. Okay, maybe we get lucky and get down to 20 bucks again. Okay. So it's another asset on the S-coin market that was showing opportunity, and then lo and behold, opportunity knocked with the breakouts, and then what is going on? And you're now certainly back testing the breakout. What was once resistance is now support. And that's it, you're just sitting there. You're sitting there holding. And so at this point, right, if if the macro allows it, which is Bitcoin equities, it'd be time to fly. It'd be time to see 31.67 cents. 31.67 cents, man. September 2019. That's the target. That is definitely the target if this is going to play out. It's beautiful though, man. Doesn't get much better than this. Doesn't look this pretty. I mean, it doesn't often look this pretty. So, gotta admire at least the structure that's been painted by the Bob Rosses of this market, man. Gotta love it. Okay, great. No one cares. Engine, to me, not really that good looking. Even though, of course, it could do... It just seems to me it's like a bearish rectangle. It's at the bottom of a huge bullish rectangle, though. It's just like... such an underperformer, you know? If it ever breaks 17.9 cents, I mean, that's where you could see a huge run up to 21.6 cents, but it just hadn't done... It's not done that. Something is doing, though, 15.75 cents. I've had this trend line plotted. It's real. It's very, very real. I mean, look at all these. Look at this, man. What was once resistance is now becoming support on Engine. Yeah, man, I guess it was created March 2018, and it's just like price action correlation, 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 resistance, 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 support. So look, support, support, and now potentially being held as support again. So that's a very intriguing observation on Engine. Sprung's back testing somewhat of a spring. And maybe if you catch some bids here, hidden bullish divergence would be in the cards for ye. Maybe. Just all depends on the macro, right? Pray for Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin dumps, it's all over for every single altcoin. They're all screwed, dude. Bitcoin dumps. But the good news is, Bitcoin's broken out. It's broken supply lines. It's broken horizontal line resistances. It's above the Three Gorges Dam. Well, actually, it's like right below it. It's below it by like 10 bucks. Remember? This right here. This high. February 2018, June, July 2019. You just right at it, man. 11,463, 11,455. That's how important it is. That's price action is correlating to that over and over and over again throughout history. But you have to be on the weekly to even see it. You can't see it in other time scales, really. Oh, at least the highest point where traders settled up that week, you're gonna get different candle closes on the daily, 3-day, all that. So 4 hour. No, there's not bearish divergence on Bitcoin. No, there's bullish divergence on Bitcoin. Bullish divergence on the 4 hour on Bitcoin. Hidden bullish divergence right here. I mean, if this candle stays as it is for 39 more minutes or goes higher, the bullish divergence is really starting to develop, right? A multitude of times with the low, the higher low, and even somehow a local higher low with higher levels of negative momentum. That is impending price action continuation to the upside, not just on the 4 hour, but also the 60 minute. They're both showing that right now. So Obviously, it may not play out because everything's about probabilities here. Nothing's about certainties, but it's there. It's definitely there. There is certainly no bearish divergence unless you're talking about the RSI. But at this point, man, it's sold off, and now it's right after the divergence. It's now showing hidden divergence, and really, it's like convergence here locally. So yeah, and eventually, man, if you can, if this plays out, you would think 11,780 and 11,981 will be the targets if it does rally here. That's it. All right. So Sue, thank you. The heck? All right. Well, not a very big, not a huge day, not a lot of price action on the asset class that most people that watch the stream love. So, right? I mean, I don't know what else I can do. Like, I'll stream and I'll put in a lot of analysis, and time will go by, and then it's like, well, I could just keep looking at assets or something. But I mean, we've looked at so many different things, and there's education and all that stuff. Right, that's kind of what I do. So, appreciate the contributions, Kirk and Moss Drummer and Earl Hartz, man. Tipping $49.97 as ZRX. Pierre, T.S. Eliot, Spencer. Thank you all for the contributions today. I'll just be back sometime, probably tomorrow, I guess. Till next time, respect the TA. Hey, thanks JP man with the pop. Much love, dude.